This is a chart of Banco India with in upper panel you can see price bar charts plotted. The lower panel is RSI, a 6-period RSI plotted. The white line is a 6-period RSI with its 70 boundary marked and 30 boundary marked. And you can see RSI does a very fine job of finding tops and bottoms, but there is no signal line. There is no line to mark an entry. How do you enter into market once RSI shows that this might be the start of a top or this might be a start of a bottom? For example, take a look at this price chart. This is a higher top, but RSI suggests this is a top made on weaker momentum, a divergence setup that has worked very well and pushes RSI below the 30 level, which means stock is now in an oversold zone and prices might change their direction to go ahead and make a new high, which exactly prices do. But still the problem remains, how do you enter into markets using RSI? So even though RSI does a very good work of judging momentum and direction of prices, but it lacks as a signal generating oscillator. Another disadvantage of RSI is it fails to give an entry signal or it fails to reach oversold zone in trending markets. For example, this is a chart of BBTC and in the lower panel a 15-period RSI is plotted. Remember, default setting for RSI varies from 12 to 15. I tend to use a 15-period RSI. Take a look at following chart and you can see that prices have trended from 100 to 150. Now take a look at RSI. As prices started to trend, RSI tend to oscillate between the level of 70 and 50, thus never reaching the level of 30 where we could have bought into the market. So though RSI does a very good job of finding tops and bottoms, and it also does a very good job of finding a trending market, as this is one of the nature of RSI, that if a stock starts to trend, RSI tend to oscillate in a given range. For example, if the trend is positive or if the trend is bullish, RSI tend to oscillate between the ranges of 70 to 45. And if the trend is bearish, RSI tend to oscillate between the zone of 30 to 55. Here you can see RSI is oscillating between the levels of 70 and 50, which means this stock is trending towards upside or is in a bullish market, but we are at a loss to make an entry on the pullback. Let's say pullback to 50 is a valid place to make an entry once we know the stock is trending. Once we know the stock is in bullish momentum, but still we don't know how to make an entry, how to place or at what price levels we should place our buy signals.